Do you feel 24 hours is less in your day? Probably all of us feel this. Sometimes we have so many things on our list of things to do that we feel 24 hours is less, or we feel unproductive, or we think the day didn't really go as what we wanted or what we wanted to accomplish. Unless, of course, you're going on a ship crossing the oceans. When you cross over the date line, you gain a day or lose a day, or probably you're setting your clocks by an hour every day and you're gaining an hour every day, or things like that. But for most people, unless you're going on a ship or a flight, you're going to have just 24 hours, and you need to make sure that you have the most productive day. And more than productive is you've really enjoyed your day and you feel good with what you accomplished. And that's a feeling which will spill over into your next day and make you accomplish some more. And many times we fail because we put so much on our plate, we feel filled up that the next day we are not excited at all. And because we've experienced failure of not completing what's on our list, we don't want to do something else the next day. So one of the things that we all do is time fallacy. Daniel Kahneman in his book also talks about this time fallacy. We all do this. We always underestimate the time needed for some work because we are doing it from a very mental state of being. Okay, that means we are analyzing, okay, I need 2 hours for this, 1.5 hours for this, but we are not coming from a place of doing. But our time fallacies will reduce, or fallacies, whatever you want to call it, will reduce if you are somebody who has done this work many times. That means you've got a lot of experience under your belt and you've done this before. Then you will start noticing time fallacy reduces. Why? Because you are now coming from a place of doing. You have experience to speak about. The doer who's coming about. That person is going to have more. He's going to allow more time, to where all the time could be drawn and how much time it would actually take. So you will actually start getting more and more closer. So whenever time fallacies happen, it happens because we do not have the experience of doing that work previously, or we are coming from a very mental or a mind, approach, that mental approach to figuring out how much time is needed for that. So whenever it's a new thing, allow for extra time for yourself. That is one of the things. And the most important thing is to create one task to do for yourself. Just one task for the day. It could be a personal task, professional task, just one task, or maybe just about you can make one for personal and professional box. And just do that, just one task, Let's say for me it's make a video, and make a video, okay, and post. Okay, that's about it. Make one video and post it. And there could be a lot of lists, personal list, maybe a shopping list I need to do, call somebody, schedule a meeting, shop for some things. And the list goes on. We all have this tons of lists, but just make one simple thing that you want to do from your day. And whatever is important for you, it could be work or personal stuff. You need to file your tax probably, then get that out of the way. You can't really escape that, so you need to do that. Maybe it's your parent-teacher meeting. Maybe it's you need to meet somebody important. You need to send out certain emails to somebody. Whatever it is, make one thing in your box for that day, and one thing only. Do not be tempted to add more things. Even here, actually, in a way, I was tempted to add posts. Let's say even that I removed. Okay, just make one video, make a video, or make one video, and that's the only thing I need to focus on. Whatever I need to do, and everything else. That doesn't mean I do only this and I sit doing nothing. But this is my focus. That maybe morning I couldn't do this, then afternoon I need to do that. Maybe evening I need to do it. At night, whenever I need to get this out, hit this out of the park before I go to sleep. Whatever, come what may. And the other things can be there. They can keep getting checked off. Maybe they didn't get done. Maybe something gets checked off. Maybe this happened. This did not happen. Whatever it is, focus on this and make sure this is done before you go to sleep. Unless you have really, 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 really good reason that why it couldn't happen, and you can reflect and really allow for that. So make sure that you take one simple stuff and just check it off Make a box. I like boxes. I would tell this to many of the youngsters who would come for my apprentice program, that make a box, write it inside that. It gives a clear boundary and outline to your own will. And so once you start doing this, you'll start noticing you're in a better state of mind, because all your word, what I say is giving your word, is only for this one task. That means you're not really bothered whether this happens good. Obviously going to be more happy, but this is one thing that rain or shine, you're getting this done. And keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it something that you can actually achieve. All the drill, like being reasonable, being achievable. Don't say I want to climb Everest today, unless you can do something that you really can do today. Put it in a box, make it somewhere in your comp, or take a printout or a whiteboard. Just put that out there, and that's one thing that can remind you that you need to do. And you'll start feeling a sense of productivity spilling in through the day, because you feel accomplished, you feel fulfilled. In a way, maybe you will end up saying, what, why not just finish up 4 also today? I have some time. You may go ahead and do that. So make this box one task box. I call it the one task box. Nothing else. Keep it plain and simple, and get cracking on it, and you'll start enjoying, and you'll start feeling 24 hours is pretty good for all of us. And if you like to work on your will, then there's WILLATHON challenge. I'll leave a link below. It's a 30-day and a 365-day challenge to work and get better. A lot of techniques and tools and tactics I will be sharing there. And it's not the theory, but you're actually doing them and experiencing it, and through that bringing your inner wisdom. And if you like this video, then do subscribe, give me a like button. But more than that, leave a comment on what you liked about this, what your own thoughts are, what other topics you would like me to cover, and I'd be happy to cover that through the will lens, or how to approach your life through this will lens, and how you can improve your life. And see you soon.